this is my next project. This is a Jaguar prop shaft. I wanted universal joints, so I've got to do something with the drive shaft on the digger. It's too rigid, it's shaking itself a bit, so I've just been and purchased this Jaguar prop shaft, all that for 20 quid, and it was a local guy as well, so watch this space. I've come away for that oil pump at the moment. We're going away to, I've already machined one side for the PTO, so I'm going to make this round to match that slowly. Grind some off so it's not so big a chunk to take off. Back in a minute. Yeah, well, it'll take quite a bit off of there. I've cut off the biggest corners, but I wanted something so it would sit against the jaws to keep it flat, sort of thing. Once again, it's not a precision part, so we don't have to be deadly accurate. Not sure how that'll work because there's a bit of the insert missing. Try and do it a different way. There we go. This is going to be the drive on the Kubota back actor. So I've cut that off. That fits onto the PTO on the tractor. So I'm going to machine a hole in the middle here for that to sit into, and then weld it in place. But I've got a fair bit of thickness, so it should be okay. I'll machine something out in the middle so it's an exact fit. So I'll go and do that now. I'm just going to bring you back and forward because it's taking a while, this finish up. I have another one of them to do, but there was this is the original plate off the bottom of the Kubota that I replaced. There was a crack in it, so I gave it a whirl, ground it down again, and then I've just touched up the bits that need a bit more. So I'll let that cool and then grind it back. And I've got a new toy. Or a new tool, I should say. It's not flat to put it. My trusty verniers that's lasted 10 times longer than any other I had before. So I bought a new 200mm one. It's got millimeters to 2 points, but it's got tenths on, thousandths and then tenths on this thing. And it'll be measuring that accurately. But another function it's got, I can get it to move. It does fractions, so it can tell you a fraction. And if you go over an inch, it just sticks an inch in front of it. So we're over the inch now, so it's stuck that inch. And I'm not sure why I want a fraction, but you never know because you can get like a 30-second or stuff like that. But like I say, I don't think I'll be using the tenths. And I'm lucky to use the thousandths, never mind the tenths. So that's my, wasn't too bad price wise. I bought off Amazon. When I got it, it was flashing. So I read the instruction that said battery flap. But you do get 2 batteries with it and a set of well, I would call them feeler gauges. They had another name for them to check your calibration. The funny thing about these is they're only calibrated at the end. Just another set of feeler gauges. So that will get used probably quite a bit. Try and keep it in the box for now. No, these blocks are right for doing things like that. Right, like I say, I'll bring you back and forth. I'll go get this set up. That's me, got the tractor end machined flat at both sides there. I have to still weld it in at that side. I'm going to stick weld it. And I thought I'd do this hole, thought I would have the hole in the middle there, but the grease will get out there, so I'm going to weld that up. It's looking not bad. That's the bit that goes onto your PTO, and that will go into that, and then we've got shafts somewhere. Yeah, there'll be this shaft that goes into the CV joint as a drive shaft, and then we'll have to get something to get on here. I was kind of hoping I could use a bit of the Jaguar shaft there. We'll see. But it's not a very quick process. Not with me anyway, so I'm quite chuffed with that. The whole pattern's come out right, and I managed to, what I did is I got a hold of this in the 3-jaw chuck, and I put the indicator on there, and I just tapped it gently till I got it running with around about 1/1000 of an inch, maybe 2, but it was enough for what we are doing. This isn't going to be tight. So that bit goes on there, and then like I say, there's a shaft, and we'll make a shaft. Now we'll have to make a plate for the other end, which is here somewhere. Yeah, it's over here. I was welding it, I've got to grind it back. So I'll do a bit at a time and I'll bring you back now and again. I've got the first one sort of to a point that's ready for welding, so I'll film the second one, this will be the second one. Not quite sure of what it's going to be in the end, but see how we go. So that's for wafer Hamid. It's going to go on there. Lined up first. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because we'll be machining it later, so what I was doing was I'll drill pilot, just drill in a bit and then take it over to the drill press. There's one we can't get. Right, actually get some mark. This is our drill bit. The modified drill press. All that work I did in the drill press was really for doing this particular job. That's not fixed like, but so when you're pushing down it pushes it back. That'll stop that. Eventually I'll bore it into the wall. Now drill this here, I just need to get a transformer. Oh no, the transformer's here as well. I'll get that done something. Right. Just get my gloves on because this will do the work. So that's giving us marks to bore. One that's not very good but it won't work. Yeah, just get the cutting wheel. This WD cutting oil, I wasn't sure at first, but you get a tub like that for under £6, so it's alright, like, because you can squirt it into corners. We're little kittens back for the vet. It's feeling sorry for itself after its little op. They put a microchip in it and it came out. So, may end up with a new sheet hydraulic pump yet, but should be adaptable with this plate. I'm trying to think of a way of making this PTO drive so it could change size. You know, it's one slide into the other, but you need a square to do that. A square and a square, you can do that, I suppose. It was slightly too big, so I took one of the plates off. What we'll have to do is bolt it in now and get a mark for the missing hole. Right, I'll just mark it same way as I did on the back in a second. It's messed up. Choose it. My £89 3-jaw chuck seems to be paying for itself anyway. I'm thinking of buying, they do a little one as well, so I could maybe get it and put it on the other side, you know, so you could hold something. I keep forgetting the name of the bit. It goes in with a morse taper, but I've got an old morse drill that's no use behind, so I could get the taper off it and weld it in. That's the toolbar. This is my Noga tool, but I see the professionals use them and they seem to work for them, but it must be me. It's a deburring tool. It does work right, but I've had no wrist in my right hand. I think it's making a difference. It's held together with titanium plates and bolts. Another war wound for the building industry, as I like to say. Right, so now we've got to figure out how we're joining this into the pump. So this plate needs to be on here. on there. Just exactly showing what we're going to do. I could drill out the centre and that could come through. And I suppose we could put a collar on or something where the thing I had before was the PTO, but it was a bit slack and it wobbled and it didn't work like, but it caused a lot of vibration, so I've got to try and be spot on this time. Okay, yeah, I've got this old bit of hydraulic rod, so I'm going to machine that flat and then we'll get a hole in the middle, hopefully perfect size, and then we can get our rod plate on as well, weld it on. I'll cut this and machine it again. I'm just going to get rid of that first, so I'll bring you back and forth every now and again. We'll have a go at drilling it at, we're running at 290 at the moment, so I'll try that because I usually end up breaking the centres out. Some measurements, and I was just measuring it with this new cutters here, so it's it's come up with its fraction 3/4. That's kind of handy having that fraction, which is 18.88 millimeters, or 749,044 thousandths. That should give us a 3/4, yeah, 3/4. And 3/4, so go back to millimeters because my drills are now 1931. Might have a 19. Let's have a look. I've got some new drills. I'll show you yet. We have an 18 and 19. I think I'll bore it with the 18 and then we'll use a boring bar to, because if I bore it with the 19 it's not leaving much in case there's any wobble or anything. It goes up to 25. Use the 25 quite a bit actually. Then you bore it out with the boring bar. This was my Christmas present for my son. I think he gave me it in April. Something like that anyway. Right, I'll get that set up and we'll bore I think we'll go with 18. And we'll just use the boring bar to bring it out. I'll use this little boring bar here. I can bring it out bit by bit. Okay, I'll bring you back when I'm doing something. Right, that's the 18mm drill in. I'll see how it goes. We need to go in 60 millimeters, I think. Run at 112 RPM. Right, so I've got that drill cooled down. Let's see what size we're at. Find what I did with the pump. Oh, this one, as soon as you start moving it, it turns itself on. Well, that's pretty impressive. It's an 18mm drill and it's bored 18.09. Normally the drills are too wee, and no, it's an 18mm drill. It is an 18mm drill. Right, so what we're looking for now? We want 19. Well, I wonder if we could get away with just boring it with a 19. You know, the 19's saying it's 1877. So we could bore it in with that one up nearer the size, and then we can use the boring bar up and swap it over. I don't want it too big. Kind of like an interference fit we want, but not such that we can't get the thing to go in or out. You know what I mean? That should we just bang on? That's saying it's saying it's 19mm. Hopefully this is just that wee bit littler. Yeah, that's saying 19. I think we run that through, so it's only taking out the excess. It should be just a bit bang on. That's too big. I'll be unhappy, shall we say. I'd rather it was too wee. It's not bad. It's a bit tighter as you go in, but that might be a good thing. I'll set it up. Once that cools it might shrink a bit. Yeah, it looks like that's just the right size, would you believe? That's unusual. It's in there nice and tight, but just to make some kind of key way to lock it in place. So I'll get that clarted in already. I'll go and cut it in the chop saw, and then we'll see how tight it is into the other side.